Hi, Stitchers. Welcome to the Pattern Queens Flosstube number 16. Today is Sunday, January 26, 2020. And this is a channel about cross stitch.
And also a channel about friendship. Hijinks, shenanigans, pointless rambles.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But I keep hearing people anyway, talk about when they introduce their channel, they say this is a channel about cross stitch. Mm-hmm. So I think there must be some craziness going around where people don't realize that they're signing up for cross stitch. Oh. I don't know if they think Flosstube means we're going to sit and floss our teeth.
Ooh, who would want to watch that? I mean, unless that's your thing. If that's your thing, that's fine. But I wouldn't want to watch that.
No, me either.
So if you're new here, cross stitch and friendship. If you're old here, you already know that.
And our weather here in Missouri has been really weird the last couple of weeks and is going to get even more strange. So
yeah, we've had snow this week, but it didn't really get very cold, so not a whole lot stuck around.
Mm-hmm. But school got canceled on Friday, I think, in anticipation of all of this. It didn't get canceled on Thursday when it was actively doing something while we were all going to school. So
and my work was not canceled, unfortunately.
And we went and stitched Thursday night, even though, and we kept watching and watching and watching. We're looking out the window.
Right. And then about time to go, I was like, oh, it's really snowing out there.
And it was coming down pretty heavily by then.
So,
but we were all fine. Yeah. We had a good time. We stitched with our friend Vicky. Hi, Vicky.
Yes, hi, Vicky.
Vicky broke her cardinal rule.
She did.
Yes. She started a project on Friday.
Oh gosh.
Vicky says that you shouldn't start projects on Friday because you never finish them. So she started I Stitch Alone at midnight. Oh my gosh, is this woman crazy?
Vicky stitches so fast.
This is how far she is already.
Wow. It would take me a week just to get the bottom steps done.
I think she's just determined that she is going to finish this. So she is just sticking with it. Our friend Vicky had over 50 finishes last year, right?
Right. And she just finished number 3, didn't she?
Yes. Doggone it. I was ahead of her for the first 2. And that's it. I'm out.
No.
From here on, for the rest of the year, I will be behind her.
Right.
Absolutely. Okay, I have to pull this back up because I have all of my cheat sheet. I brought the Love You More sleeves, and I brought the whole stack of Valentines. Look at this. Because they're so pretty. I couldn't decide which ones. So the first one I have is Shut Through the Heart. And this was Katie's pick. It's all those pretty gold arrows on a black background with the pink in there. And then inside, look at this.
Wow.
And it is a gold thread woven through here. So, and then the gold foiling on top. So it's like extra shimmery. Wow. Really pretty one. Pretty. And then the next one is Pretty in Pink. We were kind of thinking that maybe we would choose movies and do that, but we didn't come up with all of them quick enough. And inside, this is rose gold roses and then rose gold dots on the black background. And you're going to see I have clips on a couple because they're already promised. Then Life is Like a Box of Chocolates. Oh. So our other choice was Chocolat, but we weren't sure that everybody would know about that movie. So this one was just fun.
Yes.
And inside, we have this really pretty batik that's dark burgundy and black together. So
I really like that one because it has just random pops of red. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. They were so fun to choose. Then this one's really cute. Oh, you see what they are?
Yes.
It's called Made with Love, and these are all little hoops. Oh. So it's like there's handiwork in the middle of all these little hoops. And inside this one is another pretty batik. I love batiks. So when we can't find something, I'm always like, well, Katie, we could go look at batiks. She's like, Mom. Then this was another one that she chose, and it's called Women Are Pure Power. And it has lots of positive affirmation statements on these women's heads. And inside is just a really cute plaid. It's got some purple in it to match up with the outside.
I like that one.
Then This one is called X's and O's, but it's like your X, EX.
Oh.
So it's EXES, X's and OH, O's.
Oh.
And inside that one are all these hearts.
Ooh, fun.
So it's a very bright, fun sleeve, and yeah.
Ooh, this one's mine.
This one is called P.S. I Love You. And it has the funniest things. This little guy up here, there he is, says, I'm taking quite a Viking to you.
I love it.
And there's, I do not know what I'd do without you.
I like this, the robber over here, wanted for stealing my heart.
And then there's, oh, this one is cute. I love you very much. So they were just fun. They were like old-fashioned Valentines. And inside we have all of the envelopes.
Cute.
So that one was fun.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that one.
Then I called this one Just My Type.
Oh, I like
Isn't that so fun?
That's
and
cute.
All of the little notes have messages. Several of them say I love you. And then you have to get really close to read the rest of them. And I'm not that close to read them. I don't know that you could. Anyway. But inside this fabric is a gradient.
Oh,
you can kind of see that. So it goes from more reddish hearts down to really, really pale pink hearts. And so it just depends on how it fell when it got cut, what you get.
Fun.
And then, oh, I have two more. This one, I found this fabric. I love it. It's called Heart Attack. Oh. And look at the pink foil on top of the pretty red fabric. And inside, this is all glittery, and it's just like little candy hearts. Kind of reminds me of the fancy conversation hearts. So, and then our last one is called Love Bug. Oh. And it's the very, very hungry caterpillar curled up like a heart. Isn't he cute?
That is so cute.
And there was fabric to match. So inside you can see him. He's crawling here on top of one of the hearts. And the hearts are just scattered in kind of a random pattern all over. So that was a lot, I know, but it was like 10. But they were so cute. I was like, I just can't choose one or two.
Get in the Valentine's Day mood, everyone. It's almost February.
So remember, if you like any of those, the information's down in the drop-down menu. I know that, I don't know if you guys all look at that, but below the video, there is a drop-down tab. If you click it, words. It has all sorts of information down there. It has, Keisha now has an
email.
Thank you.
And it was wonderful to set up because everything I tried to use was taken.
So her email's down there, my email's down there, and there's also whatever kind of information we come up with each week. I stick some extra things in there.
Right.
So.
And then there's ordering information for Love You More Studios. And then Laura's discount code.
Oh, yes. And you want to use that discount code. Yes. It always gets you at least 10% off. Sometimes a little more. Just depends.
Yeah. So check that out if you're interested in any of those sleeves. Or, I mean, there's also other stuff on the site too. So.
And there will be so much more when we finally get moved into the shed. Right. If the shed gets built. Yes. Which... the weather's supposed to be nice this next week. I am hoping. Can you guys say some prayers that my boys will get out there and build the shed? Because then we'll move. We wanted to talk a minute about our 500 subscriber winners.
Yes.
The winner for Keisha's.
Yeah, for Peppermint Pals was Rosalind Homiller. I think that's how you say your last name. I apologize if that's incorrect. But you won. So let us email me at my my email in the drop down and let me know where you're located so I can send you your pattern and your floss.
And my winner was Doreen Deskins. And Doreen, I know that you messaged, and I swear I saw your address pop up, but I cannot find it anywhere. So if you will shoot me an email to the email I have listed below, that would be fabulous. And I will figure out what I'm doing, and I will get that sent out to you. And I know you said that you would stitch along with me, so I will be getting some things pulled out so that I can do that. I have all my Victorian motto pulled down. Maybe I'll pull red, white, and blue from there.
That would be fun.
I think it's red, white, blue, and gold, maybe. So, yeah.
Well, I had a little bit of stash this week. Well, first off, I'm going to start with Stitchy Kindness. I didn't actually get any tangible things, but everyone who said congratulations on the last video about the upcoming little pattern prints, thank you so much. Your kind words mean a lot. So anyone who, said congratulations just across all social media, like, I really appreciate it.
It was really sweet to see the outpouring of all of it.
Yeah, it was so nice. It's a thank you. Okay, and so on to actual, like, stash. I am part of Color and Cotton's Fabric of the Month Club, and the fabric for January that I got, this really
so pretty.
It's called Copper Kettle, and it's a 28 count Lugana. You can sign up for even weave or linen, or I think you may be able to sign up for Ada also. And yes. I signed up for even weave because it's my favorite. So yeah, that's what I got.
And right now, it's a waiting list because I'm trying to get on it.
Oh, yeah, I got in about a year and a half ago, I think. So
before the big rush hit, right?
Right, and I definitely recommend because it's nice because you can pick what type of fabric you want, and then you can pick like what sort of counts you want. I have like 28 to 32 because I don't stitch a whole lot of things on higher count fabric, and then you can pick if you want neutrals, bright colors, or a mix. And I picked a mix because I don't know what I'm in the mood for. But
when I filled out the you can get on their waiting list, which is what you're going to have to do to get in. And when I filled out my thing, it asked, what kind of fabric are you going to want? And it said, this doesn't make any difference. We just want to know. So I thought, that's something to know. It doesn't matter whether you are wanting Ada or even weave or linen. They're just taking them in the order of who's next.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Whenever I started, there wasn't a waiting list. And so I got to pick what sort I want. So every month I get even weaves.
I just thought that was interesting. So they just want to know. They're just curious.
Get a hodgepodge of things. So anyway, that was my stash that I got this.
Woohoo! Oh, and I did things out of order, but
it's okay.
I did because we were talking about email anyway, so it made sense, right?
That's fine.
And that's us. We are fly by the seat of our pants girls.
We are write it all down, but don't follow it at all.
At least it's there, and we can mark it off if we need to, right?
Right. And now we got to turn the page back to...
Oh, to today.
There we go.
Hello. Oh,
There we go. That looks a lot more like what we're talking about.
I think I flipped back because
for the
names.
Winners. Yeah.
Okay, so then we're going to talk about what we did this week.
Current whips. Okay, so I am currently working on a model for Michelle Bindi Stitchy. It'll be a market release, hopefully. I got to get it done. But so I can't show you that one, obviously, because it's, it's not released yet. But I will show you, we are doing Hawk Run Hollows, and I actually brought mine this week, guys.
Woohoo!
So I'm
pattern and everything.
Yeah, so I'm working on this first block here.
I love that peacock.
Oh, I love it. I haven't gotten down to the peacock yet, though.
You've gotten to peacock colors, so.
Yes. So this is where I am.
Oh, you did good. You did some more after you went home, didn't you?
No, actually, that's where
I
didn't. Nope.
Okay.
I went to bed whenever I got home. Our rules are that you can work on it on Thursdays, and Laura went home and worked on hers some more, and I did not. So we've got one more Thursday this month to work on this. I am not going to get it finished.
No.
And then once February starts, we'll start the next block over, and then we can go back and work on the previous blocks.
Right. We can only work on the current month's block on Thursdays, but the other ones, once we're past it, that's it. We just need to get it finished.
And if you're stitching on Hawk Run Hollows with us, these are completely arbitrary rules that we've set up for ourselves. You don't have to follow them.
I even asked Keisha, okay, so next Thursday is January 30th. Does that mean on Friday the 31st I can stitch on it? And she said no. She said I have to wait till Saturday.
I'm very strict about these made-up rules.
And Keisha is the boss of me.
I guess so. I don't know how I got elected to that position. And then the other thing I worked on, Laura and I both started this week, so she'll show you hers.
It's a freebie pattern, so I'm just going to hold it back here. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, and you got that. Who is it by?
Marjorie Massey, and I got it from Kitten Stitcher from Teresa's booth at Galleria.
Right. Now I'm going to show you mine. I've got the alphabet done. There's an alphabet at the top, and I've started on the butterfly, and I'm stitching this on. This is a piece of blue linen, 27 count, that's been discontinued that I got at CC's last week, and I'm stitching it in Bunny Honey from Classic Colorworks. So that's what mine looks like. Now
and here's mine. I did the border,
mm-hmm.
which, okay, so it looks like I got a whole bunch done, but I don't know about you, but when I start on a border that repeats and repeats and repeats, then it just goes fast.
Oh, see, I do the thing where I'm worried that I'm going to miscount, so I just start doing things in the middle and do the border last.
And what I found out, my plan had been to use the threads that Teresa had made a pack of for Galleria. But what I found out is that when I got them in better light, 3 of them are green.
Oh. Yeah.
So they're not going to work. So I already added the numbers in a really, really pale lavender, and it was just kind of I thought it would be nice and neutral in the middle of all the craziness.
Right. So this moves us to Laura's whips, because that's all I worked on this week.
Oh, okay. So you saw that one, and then my next one is Hucker and Hollow. I'm going to move these out of the way. Back here is always good, right? This is my Hucker and Hollow. I'm doing a year at Hucker and Hollow. And I like this side because you can see it a little better. So I'm doing the January block up there. And I had a pretty good week. And once I got home and worked,
wow,
I really got a lot done.
You made so much progress.
But what I'm finding out that I'm a little irritated about is that the colors, when they translated it from the MPIs to DMC, the dress looked very burgundy, very red to me in there. And actually the ground and everything else. And you can tell mine is orange.
Right.
So I didn't think about it until I got far enough in, but I stayed up way, way late and just kept going. So I don't have that much. I have to finish her, and I have to finish the words up here.
Yeah, so you won't have to work on it very long after next Thursday before you're done.
Yeah. And we'll see, what time I get there on Thursday, and I may work really, really hard and finish that off.
And then Laura will be like, I finished my block, and I'll be like,
I don't know what your problem is.
I'm not finishing it for a while.
Well, and it's so cool. You're going to have so much fun with that peacock.
Oh, yeah, I'm really looking forward to and I feel like yours is a little bit more solid stitching than mine is. Mine is a lot of like outlining. Yeah. So I'll catch up in another block. It'll be fun.
Then I also worked on my Jardin Privé. And I didn't get a whole lot more in, but I got quite a bit. See, I didn't get a whole lot. I got quite a bit. I got some more of the letters in, and I've kind of been working on all the rows so that I don't change out floss as often. So like when I did one, if it was above it, then I did the one above it. And I've even started over here at the side. Oh, and I must have run out. Putting in the next little motif over there. But loving it. And I actually put 2 letters in using 2 strands instead of just one. So they're a little heavy, but nobody knows that except me.
Well, now everyone who's watching us, Laura.
Well, they don't know which ones. Just you know that.
Me.
Ooh, don't you feel privileged?
But I love that piece. I think the colors in it are so pretty. I put them in the wrong
ones. I'll fix that later.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I don't think Hawk Run Hollow and that, the colors will be a little different.
Just a little.
Then Saturday, Sampler Saturday, that's what or Stitch Along, either one. This works for both. I am working on the 2017 Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. I am not on part 12, but I thought I would bring this one because it shows the whole thing. And I'm kind of at a color dilemma spot. Oh, look. Where is... It's right there. Okay, it's all right.
This fabric is really pretty, guys.
This is Carol's Meadow from Silkweaver Needleworker's Delight. And it's 32 count. And that's... I should just fold it in half, huh? because that's about where I am.
Nice.
I am working on May, and I'm working on the June border because I'm going to have to play with it. I used all those bright colors at the top, and I just finished a row of purple. And am I on? And so the space below it has kind of a floral motif, which I'll have to figure out this one. But then the row below it is bees.
Okay.
And so I want to make my bees, black and yellow.
Right.
And I'm probably adding, I'm going to use what I use for the blackbirds, but my yellows are not quite right. So I'm going to have to get another yellow, which I don't think will interrupt this a whole lot.
I don't think so.
But what color I'm going to put in here, I don't know. Jeff says use.
I think that blue would be really good.
This blue.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and you could even pick 2 different colors because it kind of repeats.
And I just need something good to be right about. And Katie says I went too light in here. But I kind of like it as kind of a break.
Right.
So anyway, but I have the bees, and then there are acorns, and I would call those griffins. And so, I'll have to pick what color they will be. But I know I have a pretty brown picked because I used it in here. And I may repeat those colors. My griffin may be that color.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. I'm sure it will turn out great, whatever you decide.
But remember this one, because next week when we talk about my whips, we will talk about the idea that I'm going to finish this before I can start this year's. And I really like this year's.
Yeah, this year's is really pretty.
So I'm determined. Keisha tried to give me an out with it, and I didn't take it.
She didn't take it. She is determined.
I am. 2017, it needs to be done.
You'll get it. You'll get there.
Not that I don't have whips older than that, but I just am not going to start another huge stitch along if I haven't finished the one before.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
So Keisha and I have kind of been talking about the stitch 10 and 20. And really she only has about half a year. So last night while we were chatting back and forth, messaging back and forth, I said, well, what if you only did half of it? Because really, half a year is what you could probably commit to.
Right, because I don't know what stitching is going to be like once the baby is here.
Yeah, so you may just bring the baby and we'll just look at the baby for half an hour.
Right. I'll pass the baby to you, and then I'll get ahead of you on Hawk.
That'll be what we show you every week. This is the progress. I did want to say that the Frogwarts Retreat is coming up this summer, July 11th through the 14th. And if you're interested in coming to a retreat, we have planned some great swag for it.
I'm excited
We are going to have a good time. We have a nice location. And we put out letters last weekend for donations from different people. And we have already gotten a huge package from JBW Designs, Judy Whitman. And she sent donations enough for both retreats that we're hosting. Plus, she is gracious enough to agree to send a trunk show during our Show Me retreat.
Oh, wow.
So there are going to be all of the JBW models at CC and Company.
I love JBW.
And they'll be there in April. And I'm thinking from what Kathy was saying that they'll be there. The trunk show will start before the retreat, but it'll be there through that time.
Oh, how cool.
So, yeah, and I love her stuff. So, and she is the nicest lady. I've gotten to visit with her at Galleria. I've managed to hit different shops when there's a little bit of a lull, and which is hard to do. Right. But I hit hers a couple years in a row where I've gotten to spend a few moments talking with her.
It's always nice whenever you find out the designers you like are nice people.
Yes, too. And she is lovely. And the other one that we just got this and went through it last night. We got a big box from Rosewood Manor.
Oh, wow.
And was it fun. And she sent something, I can't say what it is, but she sent something that I am just like, Oh my gosh.
Huh.
And
Wow.
I'm really excited. And I've got to tell you that both of these people, I looked at Katie and said, I need to just make a list and I'm going to just have to buy some patterns because there are things that I didn't know they had that are included in the donation packages.
Oh, wow.
And like for our Frogwarts retreat, which you guys, Frogwarts, it's Harry Potter themed. We're just trying to be clever and skirt around. Although if you Google Frogwarts retreat, there is a I want to say, I don't know if it's just for children, but it's a magic camp.
Oh, that's fun.
So, not quite us.
But you know what? You'd probably have a fun time at a magic camp.
Yes. Too. But you could do at Frogwarts Retreat on Instagram and find us. And I believe we have a Facebook page also. I know we have one for Show Me. I can't remember. I think we have one on Frogwarts as well. But you can get information there. You can find out how to sign up for the newsletters and get a little more information. We're just asking that you pay your deposit before March 1st so that we can get a count of how many people to plan for because we have to order.
Yes.
And the deposit is just $50. The whole thing is, I'm going to say the wrong amount. The whole thing is $185 for your retreat fee. And then we're at the Courtyard by Marriott. And the rooms there are right about $110 a night.
Okay.
So really reasonable. And that's for a single king or for two queens.
Yeah, find a buddy.
So really pretty reasonable once you figure that out. And that Frogwarts retreat will include some of your meals.
Oh, wow.
So it goes July 11th through 14th. I'm not telling you the wrong dates. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
And so it'll include meals on Sunday and Monday for breakfast and lunch. So you won't have as much to have to come up with.
That's great. And I will try to be at the Frogwarts Retreat, but that is like 2 weeks before I'm due. So
we could, have a surprise visitor.
Yeah. You might not ever forget. That might be a retreat you'd never forget.
But the other option is that if you can't make it, we do offer Retreat in a Box, which is something new that we're trying out. For the Show Me retreat, we have enough stuff that we are going to send things to one of our reps to get a box to open and show you what is included for that one. And I'm sure that rep will figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
So, but, and I don't even think that she knows she's getting that. So,
surprise.
So we got some cool stuff in for it this week. And Katie said, are you going to show Keisha all of the swag? And I'm like, no, I want her to be surprised.
I have to wait until the retreat like everyone else.
And the Frogwart stuff, we're just waiting until we have a final count to start ordering on it. But we have, a couple of stitchers who have signed up who are coming from Australia.
Wow.
And not the two that I expected.
That's cool.
So I'm wondering if those two maybe know each other and are coming together. But I haven't asked that and
That's
so
cool.
And I'm thinking we may get two others from Australia. So if you just like to listen to people from Australia talk. Somebody walked up to Felicity last year at the Show Me retreat and said, okay, just tell me a story. And Felicity's like, Felicity Fish Cross Stitcher is just kind of like, and I said, Felicity, they just want to hear you talk. Say anything.
See, I was lucky enough. There were some drawings last year, and Felicity brought a bunch of goodies to the retreat. And so some of those goodies were door prizes, and I got picked for one of the door prizes. So I have like a really cool pin.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
They were fun, weren't they? I've got a pin and
yeah.
So it's fun to meet all these people when you go to retreats. The Show Me retreat, which is closed now, is going to be a smaller retreat. And remind me and I'll tell you who sent us a message last minute and got in, and I'm really excited.
I think you already told me who messaged you last minute. I just wasn't sure if they were going to get it.
Yes. And the Frogwarts retreat, we have spaces for up to like 150 people.
Wow.
So it's not going to get huge, but it is going to be a little bigger.
Yeah.
And we are going to have a diagonally. We've already talked with some different people. There are a couple of fabric dyers who are going to
I don't know all of this information, guys.
who are going to send us stuff for Diagon Alley. And one of those dyers said, you can call my fabric any names that you want to call my fabric once you buy it. And so, we will name some fun names to go with Harry Potter.
Guys, this baby's got to wait. I got to go to this retreat.
The other dyer has said that she will do special fabrics for us and special floss packs for us. Oh. And we'll have to figure out, that's the other reason we need to know how many people are coming, because we need to know how much stuff to buy for it. But
oh my goodness.
A special floss pack that will be themed. Things that will be themed for our year one.
Immediately. I don't I have a feeling I know, but I need that immediately.
Yeah. And these people that we've been contacting that are sending donations are also willing to ship us some things if we need to do that to sell in our Diagon Alley. So there will be lots of handmade goodies. And our friend Judy is thinking, she's not a Harry Potter fan. So it's not that she's not a Harry Potter fan. It's just not her thing.
Right. However, not everyone can be fanatics.
Yeah. However, she's thinking that maybe she might come up for a couple days to do Diagon Alley.
Oh.
And she will bring her bags.
Judy bags are great.
And Michelle had one on auction just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
It was pumpkins. Really cool. And Judy has promised that if she decides to come, she is going to source some Harry Potter fabric, so they will be Harry Potter bags. Wow. So, have I talked enough about Harry Potter that now you want to sign up? The information is in the drop down. Yeah,
come. I want to meet you.
Yes. And we want it to be a big fun event. And this is year one. So we're planning to go through all 7 years as long as this works out.
Well, hopefully we have some troll repellent.
So, and hopefully we'll get this all set up and people are coming and we'll have a good time.
It's exciting. So I definitely want to come.
And maybe, I have to talk to Katie, but we'll see about what we can work out about getting a few more people notified by maybe donating to get your spot.
Oh.
So we'll work that out.
Yeah.
What are you planning for this next week now that you showed us all those whips?
Oh, well, I want to work on all of them. Well, not all of them. I did tell you one is a big struggle. Well, I have to finish the model for Michelle, so that's my priority. And then, of course, I'll work on Hawkrun Hollow on Thursday. But
you're close on your model, though.
Yeah. I'll probably have it finished up today or tomorrow at the latest. So I really don't know, guys. Because I thought I knew what I wanted to work on, but now I've looked at all of my things and I want to work on all of them. So
okay, so one of my friends does the stash wagon, and she is putting 2 hours in on every whip every whip that she's decided she would still like to keep working on.
Oh, maybe I should jump on that stash wagon.
Well, then I watched. Here's a good one for you. I watched Caroline off the grid Needle Arts. And she was talking about that she is putting in 24 hours on her whips.
Oh, wow.
So she sets a timer. She sets it for 24 hours and she just hits go. And she lets it count down while she's stitching and she pauses it in between. And when she hits 0, it's time to put it away and move on to the next whip. Huh. And she is trying to only keep things that she wants to see on her walls.
Oh, wow.
And so, but 24 hours, it's really kind of fun to watch because you can see how much progress she makes in that time.
Wow. I could have a few of those finished.
Yes.
24 hours on them.
You absolutely, think about 24 hours on your mama bear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd be pretty close to finish.
Yeah. And you would be thinking, I need another 24 hours to come up.
So, but we'll see. I really don't know. I might just put it in, was the Tiny Decisions wheel and just let it go and see what happens. So
I also watched Farm Girl in the last couple of weeks, and we've talked about what it has going for this year. She did Stitch 9 last year. Keisha and I are a little confused about this, so somebody's going to have to help us out. We don't know if Stitch 9 meant just whips or if it meant whips and starts, new starts. We do know that you were supposed to choose 9 projects and try and finish them.
Right.
We get that. We just don't know the other part. And this year, Michelle is going to do stitch 10 and 20. That's what I was talking about, that Keisha would only have half a year. So maybe we would.
I picked 5 things.
Yeah. And if she finishes those 5, that's fabulous. Then you had another one.
Of course, I have a couple new starts. I asked in our What You Stitching group for some ideas of we're doing our nursery in lambs and sheep. And so I asked for some nursery specific sheep patterns, and I got a couple of really good suggestions.
Yes.
So I may be starting some sheep things too, but not in this next week because I need to finish some things before I.
And our friend from Canada gave you one, right?
Oh my gosh, Eunice sent this one. I think it was a drawn thread, and it says, "Shh, little lamb is sleeping." Oh, yeah. And it's so cute. So that's definitely one that I'm going to stitch.
Our friend from Canada, who we only know because we had a retreat and she drove down.
And she's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in the Toronto area.
Yeah. So my plans this week, I've really been having fun with the what we're using on What You Stitching for the days. And I go through, and I think it just kind of like directs me toward which one.
Right.
Because I look at all those and I'm like, I want to stitch on everything. And at least I can focus a little bit and choose something.
Right.
So today is Santa Sunday, and that's what I'm using it as. You're using it as Super Mario Sunday.
Right. But I'm working on the model, so it's Model Sunday.
That's like Super Best Friend Sunday, right?
Right.
Oh, there we go.
Michelle's my Super Cross Stitch best friend.
So I will be working on Brendan's stocking. He's next door again. And I made good progress. It's funny, I wanted to show it again this week, and I'm like, no, we filmed on Monday. They've already seen that. So I will pull that out again, and I will plug through. I went and got more floss, so I should be ready to go.
Awesome.
And then I'll have to figure out, I'm not doing Mira Monday yet, unless I go and pull.
Oh, I forgot to bring my Mira.
Well, you have to bring it next week, and I'll show my Mira because I need to pull her out. It's my Halloween fairy on that fabulous fabric. I mean, I love the fabric, so she's got to get done.
Right.
And my whip parade will probably not be a full whip parade because there are just so many of them. We'll see. Maybe we'll make 2 parts. In fact, if our video seems a little choppy, it's because we actually filmed Keisha's whip parade in the middle of this, and then we've decided that we want to make the video a little flow a little better.
Right, and we didn't want to give you a blockbuster presentation again.
So we're going to give you a break in between, so you get some warning to go get your drink and your snack.
Yeah, get up, stretch your legs.
And her whip parade is worth it. It's so cool. Wait till you guys see it.
I stitch a lot of different things.
Yeah. So it'll seem really funny, and you'll get all of the stuff that we talked about at the end after the whip parade. I don't think it's going to be too bad because mostly we just talked about your whips during the whip parade.
It's just going to be an edit today. So that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure you'll stick around.
So our plans this week are just to stitch.
Yeah, just to stitch. You'll see a whole lot of things, and I want to work on all of them.
And I joke partway through that it's a drinking game, which, that could be beverage of your choice.
Right.
Every time Keisha
water
says,
for me.
Every time Keisha says, I want to work on this, or I need to work on this, you need to
keep hydrated, my friends.
Get your water, because that's something people don't do during the winter very well. And lastly, we really, which is like foremost for us, we want to thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thank you for coming each week and watching us, because we're silly and we ramble, but we like that you're here.
Yeah. And thank you for your comments. We love reading them.
I love it.
We're trying to get a little better about responding. I went back and responded to the previous weeks and did that. And one more little reminder, Doreen and Rosalind, make sure that you send us your address as your Rosalind. You're sending yours to Keisha's email, and Doreen, please just send yours again to me. I know that it came. I saw the notification. I cannot find it. So please just send it to me again.
Get your things.
So
stitch with us.
So that is it for this week. Have a great stitchy week.
Yes.
Bye.